Ask Tom on Home Show.
Alex from LaPorte has condensation consternation.
He is quite concerned, in fact, Tom. He says he discovered some sheetrock, and that started his worries. And then he sent us in this Ask Tom video.
So I was walking by today, and I got dripped on, and I looked up. So right here by the wall, if you get close, you can see it's clearly condensating and dripping. There's water droplets hanging off the pipe below it. And then as you walk over, back where the original problem started, we have water droplets right at that T.
Absolutely.
I'm a little concerned because I feel like it's the same problem we had previously.
So what it boils down to, Tom, Alex writes us that the contractor replaced those ducts with R8 insulation. But as you can see, they were already covered with condensation. They came back and turned down the blower speed on the AC to see if that would stop it, and it hasn't. And there's no condensation near the unit in the house. So he says, I don't know where to go from here.
This is what happened. I have this same situation in my house where I'm going to have to call Absolute Comfort Air because some of my ducts got crushed. And what I did was just temporarily, I wrapped it tight with that metal tape. If you notice in the video, the condensate is forming on the tape, not the insulation. It's where it's taped too tight. And if you take insulation and squeeze it down, it no longer has an R value. So now it's part of the ductwork and it's getting really cold. When you insulate ductwork, if you have a metal duct like I do at my house, and I'm assuming this is too because of the fact that it's got separate insulation on it, it needs to be hard cast at the pipe, and then the insulation goes over the top and is stapled snugly, but not squished down with tape. You don't tape the top of it, although you'll see one place in my attic where I did, but it's only temporary, so till I call and get that section of ductwork replaced because it got crushed. But that's what's happening here is they've tightened up where that T is and down the ways a little bit on the other side, and you'll notice it is only sweating on the tape. It has to be re-insulated, no tape, nice and fluffy. And here's the problem they're having in this one. They're trying to cram more insulation in this little between floor space, and so what they're doing is they're squishing it down. And it's not an R8. It's probably not even an R2 where the tape is.
Now, what about the condensation that was on the pipes? Has that come down from and just gathered on that pipe underneath? On
the outside, it's going to always drip at the bottom.
Right.
So yes, it will follow its way down.
So it ran down and came onto the pipe.
Absolutely, and you see it right on the tape there because there's no R value there. So it's getting super cold, and you have hot, humid air that's reaching dew points.
So the bottom line here is that Alex is looking at new ductwork in there. It's the only way that thing's going to fix it.
I don't know how much room he has. It's either re-insulate again without squishing it down with the tape and doing it properly. If they don't have the room, I would look at that one section in there. And I know it's metal duct is always the best. But if you don't have the room to insulate it right, it gets very cold, just like a soda can or a beer can or anything else. I would replace that section with a good quality R8 flex duct that you can put in there, and you're not taping or putting any pressure on there, and it might fit better and give you the fluffiness you need all in one package.
Fluffy. Tom likes it fluffy.
You know, with insulation, the air in the insulation is the insulator. When you squeeze that air out of it and make it a solid,
it's not fluffy.
Value.
Not fluffy.
Not fluffy.
All right.
A little cat named Fluffy.
All right, you got a question? Send it to us. Fluffy or not, we'll take it on at HomeShowRadio.com. Click on the Ask Tom button, fill it out, send it in. We'll do a video. We'll post it. Just like this. We do them every day, 365 days a year at HomeShowRadio.com, our Facebook page, and YouTube. And when you watch them on YouTube, you help us out. If you like it, go and give us a thumbs up on that. We appreciate it.